let's get right into it. You know those survival tips your parents taught you, the ones everyone just accepts as common sense. Well, some of them could actually get you killed. We're talking about advice that sounds so logical, so obvious, that nobody questions it. But here's the thing. When your life depends on making the right choice, common sense can be your worst enemy. I'm going to walk you through 8 pieces of conventional wisdom that are not just wrong, but dangerously wrong. These are the kinds of mistakes that turn emergencies into tragedies. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do when these situations hit. And trust me, you'll be glad you watched. Number 8. The car window trap. Picture this. Your car slides off the road and hits water. Every instinct tells you to stay calm. Maybe call for help first. Right? Wrong. That thinking will turn your car into an underwater coffin. The moment your vehicle touches water, you've got maybe 2 minutes before it becomes completely submerged. Your electrical system dies almost instantly, which means those power windows you're counting on become useless chunks of metal. Some newer cars even have safety features that automatically close windows when they detect water. Imagine finally getting that window halfway open and having it slam shut on you. Here's what you actually need to do. The second your car hits water, rip off that seatbelt and crank those windows open immediately. Don't grab your phone. Don't try to save your purse. Don't think about anything except getting those windows open. If the windows won't budge, you need one of those emergency hammers that can shatter car glass. Keep it somewhere you can actually reach it when you're panicking and upside down. Your fist isn't going to break that window no matter what the movies tell you. This isn't Hollywood, and you're not some action hero. Get out fast, or you'll end up at the bottom of that lake. Number 7. The pulse check disaster. When someone collapses and isn't responding, common sense says check for a pulse first. Right. That's what they do in the movies. But here's the terrifying truth. Even trained medical professionals struggle to find a pulse during emergencies. Your brain starts dying after just 4 minutes without oxygen. That's shorter than most commercials. While you're fumbling around trying to find a pulse that might not even be there, precious seconds are ticking away. A guy at a gym once spent 2 full minutes trying to find his friend's pulse. By the time he started chest compressions, his friend's brain had been without oxygen for way too long. The guy survived, but now he can't remember his own children's names. If someone collapses and isn't responding, start chest compressions immediately. Push hard and fast in the center of their chest. Think of that song, "Stayin' Alive" by the Bee Gees. That's the right rhythm. Don't worry about breaking their ribs. A broken rib heals, but a dead brain doesn't. If you hear cracking sounds, keep going. That's just their ribs saying thank you for saving their life. The American Heart Association actually removed pulse checks from civilian training because people were wasting too much time searching instead of saving lives. You can't make someone more dead by doing chest compressions, but you can definitely make them dead by wasting time looking for a pulse. Number 6. The hurricane water myth. Everyone knows the wind is the dangerous part of a hurricane, right? Actually, the water kills way more people than the wind ever will. When a hurricane hits, it creates something called a storm surge. Think of it like a giant wall of angry ocean water being shoved onto land. This isn't your typical flood where water slowly rises. This is like someone picking up the entire ocean and hurling it at your house. That innocent-looking shallow water can sweep away a 3,000-pound car like it's a rubber duck in a bathtub. Just 6 inches of moving water can knock you off your feet. 2 feet of water can float your car away like a leaf. The floodwater is basically nature's toxic soup. It's packed with sewage, chemicals, and all sorts of nasty stuff that can make you seriously sick. Imagine swimming in your toilet after it's been mixed with industrial waste and dead animals. The water often hides what's underneath. You might think you're stepping into 2 feet of water, but that manhole cover below is gone. Now you're falling into a 10-foot deep hole with rushing water trying to drag you down. Even a Category 1 hurricane can produce deadly storm surges if it hits just right. The water doesn't care what category the hurricane is. It'll drown you just the same. Number 5. The fainting fiasco. When someone faints, common sense says help them sit up and get them some water. Right? That's exactly the wrong thing to do. When someone faints, their brain isn't getting enough blood. It's like when your phone dies because it's not getting enough power. At a music festival, people made a fainting girl sit up and drink water. She ended up throwing up and nearly choked on her own vomit. Here's what you actually need to do. Lay them flat on their back. Raise their feet about 12 inches using a backpack, purse, or whatever's around. This helps blood flow back to their brain. Check if they're wearing anything tight around their neck, because passing out is bad enough without also being strangled by your own fashion choices. Don't leave them alone to walk it off. A woman at a mall tried that once. She fainted again, this time down an escalator. Most fainting episodes are basically your body's version of turning itself off and on again. But if they don't wake up within 2 minutes, call emergency services. Same goes if they hit their head, fainted while exercising, or had chest pain. Number 4. The sneeze explosion. Holding in a sneeze seems polite, right? Actually, it can land you in the hospital. A sneeze is your body's way of saying, get this stuff out of here now. It's a tiny explosion in your face, shooting stuff out at 100 miles per hour. When you hold it in, all that force has to go somewhere. It's like putting your thumb over a running garden hose. The pressure doesn't just disappear. A guy in the UK learned this the hard way. He tried to be polite during his morning commute and held in a sneeze. The pressure was so intense it ripped a hole in his throat. The air got trapped under his skin, making his neck look like bubble wrap. He spent a week in the hospital because he didn't want to make noise on the train. That trapped pressure can force infected snot back into your ears or sinuses. It's like power washing your ear canals with germ juice. If you've got a weak spot in your blood vessels, that pressure could pop them like a water balloon. Just aim your sneeze into your elbow like a vampire doing a dramatic cape pose. Your body's trying to get rid of something for a reason. Don't turn a simple sneeze into a medical emergency. Number 3. The head injury myth. That old saying about keeping someone awake after a head injury is dangerously wrong. Your brain actually needs sleep to heal after getting knocked around. The real danger isn't the sleeping. It's missing the warning signs while someone's sleeping. Here's what actually matters. Can they hold a normal conversation? Can they walk straight? Are their pupils the same size? If yes to all these, let them sleep. But if they're slurring words like they're drunk, or if they can't walk straight, or if one pupil is bigger than the other, that's when you need to rush to the hospital. A college kid got knocked out during a football game. His friends kept him awake all night, slapping him and making him do math problems. Meanwhile, they missed the fact that one of his pupils was bigger than the other. That's a sign of brain bleeding. He ended up with permanent damage because everyone was too busy playing keep awake to notice he needed a hospital. Check on them every few hours. If they start snoring like a chainsaw when they usually don't, that's a red flag. Your brain knows what it needs. You just need to know when to listen to it and when to call for help. Or number 2, the toilet seat panic. That toilet paper seat cover you're carefully laying down isn't really protecting you from anything. You're defending yourself from a danger that doesn't exist. Your skin is basically a fortress. Unless you've got open wounds, those toilet germs aren't getting in. It's like trying to break into a bank vault with a plastic spoon. The average office desk has 400 times more bacteria than a toilet seat. That keyboard you're typing on right now is basically a petri dish with letters on it. The real danger in a public bathroom is the air. When someone flushes, those invisible droplets can float around for hours like a bacterial party in the air. The truly dangerous things are the sink handle you touch after washing your hands, the door handle you grab on your way out, That phone you're scrolling through while doing your business. Just wash your hands properly and keep your phone out of the bathroom. Your immune system can handle a toilet seat. It's probably struggling more with that gas station sushi you had for lunch. Number 1. The nosebleed nightmare. At a basketball game, a kid takes an elbow to the face. Blood starts gushing from his nose like a broken fire hydrant. The coach tells him to tilt his head back and stuff tissues up there. 1 minute later, the kid's coughing and sputtering. Then suddenly, he projectile vomits blood all over the court. They had to stop the entire game because this helpful advice almost choked him to death. When you tilt your head back during a nosebleed, that blood doesn't just disappear. You're trying to fix a leak by pointing the pipe at your throat. That blood runs straight down your throat like a waterfall instead of just bleeding from your nose. You're chugging blood like a confused vampire. The right way is to lean forward like you're checking your phone. Pinch the soft part of your nose right below where it gets bony. Hold it for 10 minutes straight without checking. This puts pressure on the bleeding vessels and lets them form a clot. Let gravity be your friend, not your executioner. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.